Welcome, guys. It's Frankie with a little bit of kindness, and I am here on Tuesdays to do some live readings. So if you are joining, jump on and ask a question for a live message today. So I hope you guys had a great day. It was just Valentine's Day this week, so I hope everyone had a wonderful Valentine's Day. And I decided to jump on today. It's Tuesday, and I'm going to do some live readings. I'm just going to burn some sage just to release any negative energy that we don't need to carry with us today. So we'll let that burn. I don't know if you've seen our kindness chat. I interviewed Angela this week and just posted it, and it's on YouTube, and it was very awesome. Angela was excellent. She is a psychic portrait artist. So if you haven't checked that out, and what that means is that Angela speaks with spirits and sees dead people. She has since she was younger. And so when you go for a reading with her, she actually does a portrait of your spirit guide or spirit animal for you when you sit for her. She also gives you a message and some rune reading. So that's very cool. So check that out. So if you haven't downloaded our app, A Little Bit of Kindness on Apple and Google, lots of nationwide practitioners sharing their gifts, their healing energy, showing you what they are capable of. So you can get some mini sessions from them. We're building community, and you can check them out, see what they have to offer. Lots of great themes we have going on. So lots of great things there to check out. All right, so I got out my Spellcrafter Oracle deck here today. And let's just pull a card for today. I've got animals. So speaking of spirit animals, you got here, it looks like a beautiful wolf. And there's also a dove with this beautiful woman here standing. So it's all about animals. Are you seeing animals lately? Have you been communicating with animals? Are your spirit animals a dove or a wolf? Because I feel like that energy is here. In that dove is release its peace messages from spirit. You see the dove in front of that beautiful full moon. You also see the wolf there, so it's very protective of her, guarding over her, the woman, making sure she's well taken care of. Oh, and there's also a cat and an owl down there. I don't know if you can see the black cat in the bottom. There's also an owl, which is wisdom. So I think of owls as being intelligent and smart, and a familiar as being a black cat. So if you look at those, you see those there. I will also show you, Angela did a portrait for me, and she drew this beautiful owl. I call him Wisdom. He's one of my spirit animals that's with me. And purple is one of my favorite colors. And she didn't even know that when she started that reading. So that's really beautiful. So we will go ahead and put that there. All right. So I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see if we've got any other messages here. You guys aligning with your purpose. So we talk about aligned life coaching, and I have started a new session with some ladies. So if you're looking for your purpose or what has meaning for you, that is what live is. So live and aligned. So being aligned. All right. So welcome, guys. All right. I'm going to go ahead and set this up. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll keep this vertical going. All right, guys, welcome. I'll be right back. Hey, Whitney. All right, give me a second. So. You guys are joining and just jumping on to do live reading. So I didn't really announce it. It was kind of a sporadic thing. Although I'm supposed to announce it, right? Welcome, Whitney. Let me set the tripod up because it looks like I forgot to get prepared ahead of time. Since I decided to do both. Okay, I think that's better. Good. All right, guys. So I'm here doing some live readings tonight. I guess I should throw the comments on. I am. Pulled out my Spellcrafter Oracle. Hey, Mia. Welcome, guys. Well, I didn't announce it ahead of time to Facebook and YouTube, so I think it's going to be slow there because I should have done that. But I was not feeling very proactive this week. It's been a tired week. Are any of you guys feeling tired? I just feel like this enormous exhaustion. Hey, Mia, I just feel tired lately. Is that just me? Is it the winter weather? I'm not really sure. Somebody else, 2 other people I talked to today at work both said the same thing. I even had a friend who said, like, I'm going to go to the doctor because I feel so tired. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess it could be the weather. I don't know. Seasonal affective disorder, too. I don't know if you guys believe in that or not. I'm a mental health nurse, and I definitely think there's something about you hit February and March. Yeah, we need some sunshine, Mia. It's been just so gloomy. I think it just makes you want to hibernate and stay inside, right? It doesn't make me want to go out and do much of anything. Today, though, it got like 50 or 60. It was actually really nice. Hey, Gayla. All right, let me get my cards organized, dump the deck out. And I don't like when my cards are misorganized. So I've got my new love deck of tarot, which I'm kind of getting used to. It's not my favorite deck, but I'm liking it. I'm using it a little more. But I'm also got out my Spellcrafter Oracle, so I can do either or. All right. So, Miss Me, if you want a question or you want to just have me pull a card, I can do Oracle or Tarot if you want to pick one. If not, I'll pick. Kayla asked me, is Espen thinking about me? Oh, and I do have my pendulum out. I pulled out this is an amethyst I got on Navajo Reservation when I was working up there in Page as a travel nurse when I was traveling. And it's beautiful. It's like really dark purple. And they make the most beautiful jewelry there. I also got some ghost beads on a bracelet that it's a necklace, but I'm so in love. I wear it as a bracelet. All right. So has us been thinking about Kayla? That would be a pretty good yes, Kayla. So hello. If you're just joining us, I see someone jumped on Facebook here or YouTube. So if you are and you'd like a question, answered or just a thing, just let me know. All right. Miss Mia, you'd love a card. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm feeling inclined to pull from this new tarot deck. So what does Miss Mia need to know today? Oh, this one's sticking right out. The Knight of Swords, Miss Mia. Okay, so this is a beautiful card. I love this because this deck reminds me of stained glass work. So you see the sword in this deck, and the sword looks like it's on fire, right? So it looks like the knight is there, and swords is all about thinking. So it's like you've slammed the sword down, Mia, and you're kind of like, this is it. Like, this is what I'm going to be doing. So, and I'm moving forward regardless if others are coming with me or not. You look like you're on a quest. And look at how the helmet is buckled, like you're ready to go. And this sword feels like so energized. It feels like it's on fire, like it's magical. So, you're ready in your mind to move forward with this. The swords and knight are all about taking action. So in your mind, you're preparing for, I want to say a battle in a way, but kind of, sort of. So you're prepared to go in and defend yourself regardless of what's going on. So hold true to yourself. This is saying be true to yourself, and you've got it figured out. So you can go from there, and I will leave you with that. All right, I will back up a minute here. You guys are all hitting me up here. Addie, will Armin reach out soon? All right, Miss Addie. And then Chelsea would like a card. Okay, let me pull the pendulum out, Addie. Will Armin reach out soon? It's a maybe. What's the confusion that I'm feeling when I think of Armin? Armin's got a lot going on. Yes and no. It's saying maybe. Is Armin just not super interested? Maybe. Is Armin busy with other people? Is Armin seeing somebody else, Addie, that you know? Or it's just like he's got a lot of things going on. A lot of distractions is what I'm feeling like. His energy isn't focused in one direction, if that makes any sense. And I will leave you with that. All right, Chelsea Lynn, let's pull a card for you and see what we got from Miss Chelsea Lynn. You got the Four of Swords. Lots of thinking going on. I love the cards. The cards are actually growing on me more and more, especially in this image on my phone. They really glow. So look at the beautiful flowers there. And the Four of Swords are like guarding this window. Four is a standstill generally. So in your mind, you're kind of like, you're prepared. You've got things ready. But Chelsea, like, what is it that you're nervous about or you're not ready to take that next step? So in your mind, like you're prepared, you're lining your ducks up in a row. You've got this powerful force there that's there. However, there's a little bit of a like pause before you start and move forward. So know like you're either got to gather a little more information. Spirit's telling me you need to be patient. If this involves approaching other people or presenting something to somebody is how they're showing it to me. They're telling you to make sure you have everything in a row, to be patient and do it at something about timing. So just know that you need to be a little bit patient, Chelsea, and make sure you've got everything prepared to step forward and present to someone. There's some kind of naysayer or doubter or something, I feel like. So this feels like work to me, Chelsea. So, but it may pertain to other areas too. All right, Marble 21. I'm good, Marble. Thank you. Tasha, will I lose my job this month? Well, I hope not, Tasha. Although I feel like if you do, there's going to be something better coming. So Tasha said, will she lose her job this month? Maybe there's some other factors and things going on. Is there a better position? There's a much better position for you, Tasha. So it's almost, thank you, Danielle. I almost feel like if you did, it's meant to be like, this isn't the job where you're supposed to be, Tasha. So keep looking and stuff. Because I feel like there's something so much better for you. And it's giving me a huge yes for that. Okay. So keep looking. If you do, hi, Burbage. Know that if you'd like a reading and pulling cards today or doing yes and no's, keep looking, because I feel like there's something there. And I feel like if you lost your job, that's okay, because there's something better coming your way. So know that. But either way, I feel like you should be looking. This isn't really the job for you. Getting goosebumps when I'm talking about this too. So I feel like there's something so much better. I don't know what it is. Maybe something more in a field you want to be in, more in a different avenue. There's just something better coming. So look, keep looking around. All right. If you're just joining, go ahead if you would like a card or a message pulled. I've got tarot, I've got my pendulum out, and tonight I come on usually Tuesday evenings and do readings. So just go ahead and drop it. Comment in there. I'll back up a little bit. Okay. Oh man, we jumped way ahead. You're very welcome, Chelsea. All right, Riley. Laura, should I give up on a future with Brian? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bang the camera. All right. Oh, okay. I'll come right back to you, Purdish. All right. This is for Riley, for Laura. Should I give up on a future with Brian? It's a maybe. Is Brian not serious enough? No. Laura, Brian's just not at the same place that you are, it's saying. So, no. And you can stay with him, but I feel like I don't think it's ever going to get to be that commitment that you're looking for from him. So I always say then it's like a for now, not a forever. So take that as you will. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel, if you would like a message, drop a comment in, maybe down below. I'll come down there. I'm going to come back over here to Purvishad Harry. My name is Purvi. Okay, I love that. I hope I said that right. Purvi? Maybe Purvi. Okay. All right, Purvi. Yes, what does Jerry want from me? And extra information, I haven't seen him or talked to him in a year. Came out of the void. So he must have reached out to you. I say, what does Daraj want from Purvi? All right, I'm going to pull a card. I don't know. They're drawing me to the Oracle deck. So I'm going to come over here. Hurry. Wow. So family came up. Okay. So this is my Oracle deck, and this is family, if you can see that. So, Herbie, you haven't talked to him in a year, came out of a void. I feel like, is he looking for some kind of connection? Did you have a connection before with him? And so what does that look like? How do you feel? Did you guys have a strong relationship before? Boy, Spirit's not really giving me any more information about that. They have a strong relationship before. No, I feel like it was something very nonchalant. Think he would like to pursue you? Maybe. Is he lonely? I feel like that's loneliness. You know, when somebody needs a friend or someone to talk to. He was a classmate. Okay. That's what it feels like. It didn't feel romantic. It feels like he's looking, when I see family, and I didn't get that romantic feeling when the family card, I got that feeling of someone needed a friend, someone to talk with. So do you guys have, what do you have in common, Irby, that you can share? I feel like he needs a friend, and you could be that friend for him. He feels some kind of safe with you. So use that as a way to be a friend for that person. Everybody needs a little bit of kindness and a friend. Okay. I hope that helps. Okay. Let's go back over here. I'll bounce around. Daniel asked, is Aubrey wanting to get divorced? Oh, Daniel, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Is Aubrey wanting to get divorced? Says no, Daniel. Is there just some issues to work through? Maybe communication? No, other things. Daniel, there's something with communication coming up. So I feel like you and Aubrey need to kind of sit down and try to work things out. I feel like if you don't have a family and a child together, I feel like you guys have this long lasting relationship. Like it's been for a while. You've known each other for a while. You guys have been through some stuff is what it feels like. So feels like there's a connection. So I feel like you guys just need to sit down and really communicate. Things are getting misinterpreted is what I'm sensing. Like And I'll give you this weird exercise, although it didn't save my marriage, but at that point I was late. But we did this exercise where I always joke perception, right? You could put your brother and sister in the same room or a sibling and talk about a situation, and you each have a very different view of what happened. And even though you were in the same situation, right? So all of us perceive things differently. So we had this exercise where we were told to tell the other person, sit across the table from each other with a notebook, and allow the other person to tell you something about how they felt, and you couldn't interrupt them, and then you could write it down, and then you needed to relay back to them what you just heard. And it's amazing how perception can be misconstrued. You could have meant to say something, and often this happens to me. I mean to say something, and the person or my kids or something take it a totally different way. So try that. Try to sit across from each other without, judgment, all of that. Just kind of be there to listen and see if you guys are, if maybe it's a communication thing that you're trying to work through. So I will leave you with that. So, but I don't think there's a divorce wanted. So I think you guys just need to work through some things. And sometimes that's frustrating. But like, we never really talk. So why do some cards? And they were mostly reserved with the 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords and Devil repeating. So I'm really like, should I talk to him or not? Well, the Devil is a trickster. 5 and 7 are challenges with how you think. So is there something with how you think about him? That would be my 7 and 5 challenge. That's in the mind. That's thoughts. Devil, what kind of opinion did you have of him? Did you think of him as a player, Burby, or something? There's some viewpoint you have of him that's not so positive, or something you saw. So maybe just reach out, test some feelers. I feel like he's looking for a friend, and whether or not you want to be that for him, tread lightly, just talk to him. Sometimes people change, so I will leave you with that. Okay. So Hell's Queen, will my stepdaughter have her baby tonight? Oh my gosh, well, that would be. I've got empowerment. So empowerment is being strong. There's a full moon. So where are we at in this cycle? Full moon cycle. I feel like full moon is there. Empowerment. I feel like Hell's Queen, my stepdaughter, she's very strong. There's a very strong spiritual native presence to this Hell's Queen. So there's a very strong guardian, I feel like, watching over, or a loved one that has passed is the feeling that I get. Welcome, guys, if you're joining. It could happen tonight. So, but no, there is some strong spiritual force watching out and protecting her with the baby. So I feel like she's got a strong background, and she will be well with that. Someone's watching over her. Strong, or the baby's going to be really strong-willed. One or the two. There's a strong energy. So what are we in the month of? So the baby would be, we're just changing. Baby wouldn't be in Aries yet. March 20, that's next month. Pisces, huh? My new grandbaby is a Pisces. I don't know a ton about Pisces, but he's got a strong personality too. So okay. You're very welcome, Herbie. If you're nervous, just tread lightly. Devil is not always a bad thing. Devil is just a trickster. So, and if he wasn't very nice to you and you're worried that he's tricking you, Herbie, just go cautiously with that situation. All right, Ariel, is my husband serious about divorcing me? That's a maybe, Ariel. It's like a threat he throws out there all the time. I don't like that, Ariel, but it feels like it's just a way to threaten you to, gosh, I hate to say keep you in control, because I don't know. Is your husband a controlling guy, Ariel? I'm not really getting one way or the other, but I feel like in some ways he probably is. I'm getting some energy about that, but I think he threatens you for divorce, whether it's financial obligations, it feels like, or he feels like he takes care of you. So I will leave you with that. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting behind, and I know probably thrown these out. Okay, let me back up a little and try to catch what I've missed. All right. I'm going to jump back to here. I don't know how far to go. Jackie said, Jacob missing me. All right, Jacob. Or Jackie, is Jacob missing me? Jackie wants to know, is Jacob missing me? Maybe. Why am I seeing books? Is he busy studying, Jackie? What is he doing? Maybe is he at work? He's really busy, Jackie. So I feel like he's super busy. And he might be missing you, but I feel like he's just so busy with everything. So I will leave you with that. Hopefully that helps. Marishka, is Ricky thinking about me? That's a yes. Bridget, well, I see Sanjay on Saturday. Will Bridget see Sanjay on Saturday? It's a maybe, Bridget. There's a lot of things going on. So work, family obligation. I feel like I saw family right away, Bridget. So I don't know. Does Sanjay have stuff going on with family and things that it's hard for him sometimes to get away? And I think not that he doesn't want to come and be with you. So I will leave you with that. Beth Petty says, well, Michael and I get back together. Let's see. Beth Petty, will Michael and I get back together? It says yes. Have you guys dated a long time? It feels like that sense of really familiarity where you've known each other a while, or there's a common ground, or you really do both like each other, even though there's some obstacles or reasons why you're not always together. That's the feeling that I'm getting about it. So, all right. I think, Jackie, did I answer this? Is Jacob missing me? Said yes. All right. Welcome, guys. If you're just following, I'm Frankie with a little bit of kindness. I try to come on Tuesdays and do readings in the evening and do healings on Sunday if I've got a lot of extra energy. Also, please check out our app, A Little Bit of Kindness, on Apple and Google. Lots of nationwide practitioners showcasing their gifts. It's free to download. You can put it on your phone. Again, it's A Little Bit of Kindness. It's a little purple tree of life, and there's readers, meditation, breathwork practitioners, sound healing, and they're all short videos to showcase the practitioners to you, so you can check them out before you book a service with them, or just to see what's out there. They talk about crystals, they talk about mystical alchemy, all kinds of different things, and we are adding new practitioners all the time. So if you want to be part of the practitioner network, reach out to me. Again, it's on Google and Apple, A Little Bit of Kindness. So check it out. Support community. All right. Major said, hello, ma'am. Please, with Regina, accept my proposal. Oh, that sounds like a very good yes there. So I feel like she will. Congratulations. All right. Richard says, does Maria want to get back together? Richard, I feel like that's a yes. Yes. Thank you for the gift, guys. All right. Lillian, is Carlos thinking about me? Lillian, it's a maybe. Is Carlos busy? Or is Carlos seeing other people? Is Carlos a player? Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. Carlos has got a lot of other things, or fires in the iron, Lillian. So I think he is thinking about you, but I think he's a for now and not a forever is what I'm feeling with him. So I'll leave you with that. Nicole, is Afosa in a relationship with Valerie? All right, let's see. It's a maybe, it's a no. Afosa in a relationship. Afosa in another relationship other than with Nicole. Maybe. I don't know. Afosa just busy. Supposed to ready to get serious with Nicole. I'm getting the thing, Nicole, that Afosa is just kind of doing his own thing. He's not like ready to be serious. He's not necessarily with Valerie. It's kind of like he's just out there doing his thing. So I don't know that it's a serious relationship. They might just be having some fun. That's about all I'm sensing from that. So I will leave you with that. Alicia, will my new job transfer be better for me? That's a pretty big yes, Alicia. So I feel like, yes, I think it's going to be better. Are you in the military? What is this? I sense military, Alicia. That's what they're sensing to me. But I feel like this is going to be a much better position for you. So I think that's good. Okay, let me back up a little because I think we got thrown way down here. Hey, Snow Angel. All right. Missy, has AC asked my friend about me today? My friend N about me today. It's going between a yes and a maybe. Maybe. Has AC asked about Missy today? He's asked about you today, Missy, but I don't know if it's with N. So I'll leave you with that. So I think he's mentioned you or he's thinking about you, but I'm not sure that he went to that specific person. All right, we did Alicia, I think. Okay, I'm excited for that. Welcome, guys, if you're just joining. All right, Yvonne said, will Wilson and I get into a relationship? Maybe yes, maybe yes. Is it a Wilson who's not ready? Maybe. Yvonne is feeling like that for now and not forever kind of relationship. So I'll leave you with that. All right. And we did Missy. Artemio. I'm probably saying that wrong. Artemio. Am I moving to Colorado in a few months? I'm thinking that's Colorado. CO. This Artemio. It's like a pretty good yes. It's going crazy. Okay. That's a good yes. So good things must be going to be happening for you in Colorado. All right, guys, let me back up a little bit. Nikki said, Nicole, will James contact me soon? Maybe, Nicole. Is he just busy? Maybe. Is he just not ready to be serious? Nicole, I feel like he's just not ready to be really serious. So I think you guys could go out and have some fun, but I'm not feeling like he's in that position to want to be super serious with you, okay? So I will leave you about that. Okay. You're very welcome, Missy. Welcome, guys. Let me go away from his life. All right. Uma said, will Bilal let me go away from his life? Do you want to, Snow Angel? You do? Will he let you go from maybe? It's complicated, Snow Angel. I feel like I don't think that he wants to let you go, but I think that you want to go. So, seemed a little controlling, maybe? Yes. He's not ready to let you go, Snow Angel. So you're going to have to tread lightly. Be careful. Make some allies. I don't know. Set up some things so if you really want to get away, you can. Okay. Charmaine Browns asks, can you get a reading? I'll pull a card for you, Charmaine. All right. So what does Charmaine need to know? Oh, this family card keeps coming up tonight. All right, Charmaine, you got family. It's about spending time with family. Family doesn't necessarily have to be biological, but it can also be people that you consider family. Look at how they're like walking into the beautiful, the moon, the sunset, and they're holding hands together. This feels really good, Charmaine. It feels like family time. There's time to spend together to bond, just relaxing. I see you guys sitting on the couch. I feel like it's just a good time to relax with some family members or people that are like family to you. All right. Mike said, will Jenny and Mike reconcile in the future? All right, guys. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and like and subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. I'm Frankie with a little bit of kindness. You can support also by downloading our app, A Little Bit of Kindness, off of Google and Apple. I had the app developed to bring you nationwide practitioners to showcase what they can do. Also to give you a reading during the day or a meditation or a short yoga thing. Anything just to make the day a little less stressful and decompress. So it's all about positive mindset. So check it out. It's free to download. All right, Mike, will Jenny and Mike reconcile in the future? I'm getting a pretty good yes. So that is a yes to that. So I think you just needed to time a cool off or separate for a little bit to really think things through. And that's the feeling that I'm getting. If you're just joining, I'm Frankie with a little bit of kindness, and I am pulling cards and or using the pendulum to answer some questions. So Jackie said, Jacob missing me. All right, Jackie. Jackie. Jacob is missing you. If you'd like to have a message, just drop a comment in. You can just say pull a card. You can ask a question. I'll do everything except readings for other people, pregnancy, medical, or legal. You're very welcome, Mike. Hello, does Colin have feelings for me? Jay asks, and it's going a little yes crazy before I even finish the question. So I'm going to go with yes. All right, let's back up. Does Ben Mciza love me? Is that his last name? Who's Ben Mciza from Polish? Isn't it silly? Oh, I think like there is a like there from Ben. I don't know about love. I don't think Ben's quite there yet. So, or just not ready for that kind of commitment. So I will leave you with that. Welcome for those of you joining. I see some of you hopping on. You can drop a comment, a question. I'll pull a card for you. Oh, Yorkie puppies. I love that. Okay. So love Jackie. Oh gosh, Jackie, where was the question? I have to go back and find it. All right, lovely Jackie. Lovely Jackie, what was the question? The question for lovely Jackie, was that a yes or a no? It's a yes. Julia C, should I change jobs? Let's see. Should Julia say, oh, maybe. Is there not just a great job right now? Julia C, I feel like there's not a lot of great job opportunities right now for you. So I feel like you should stay where you're at right now, it's saying. Give it some time. Should Julia C stay for the next 6 months, for the next year? Maybe. I think you should at least stay there for 6 months. I don't know why. There must be some benefit to you staying there, and I will leave you with that. Welcome, guys, if you're joining. Okay. Sophia, is Shamir cheating on me? Oh, goodness, Sophia. Shamir cheating on me. And Sophia. Oh, Sophia, it's going yes. I'm sorry. So, and just remember that if he is, then there's probably someone better out there for you. So don't waste your energy. All right. Hello. First time here. Does my dad have a message for me? Oh, Debbie, you're asking for mediumship. So I don't always have a message from loved ones unless they want to come through. And for me, even though I've studied mediumship, don't practice it. I practice more psychic. So thank you, Lola. All right. So, but let me just pull a card for you and see, Debbie. Willpower. Okay, Debbie. So here's the card that came through. Willpower. Look at how you're holding the moon and the planet in your hands. Okay. Does anything resonate in there that would make you recognize your dad or a message from your dad? I feel like there's a message to be strong, to hold your willpower. Do you perform? Because when I see her in this outfit, I think of someone who's a ballet dancer or a performer. Okay. That's what's coming through to me. And I see holding the world in your hand. So when you see this, I think of, having the willpower to achieve your dreams. Okay. And I'm getting goosebumps at this, that I think your dad would want you to follow your dreams. Is that making any sense or resonating with you? And I will leave you with that. Okay. And I do to give full readings. If you guys ever wanted a full reading, I do give them through the website, a little bit of kindness.org, O-R-G. And you can get a full reading if you wanted to have a private session. I also do healings and I do life coaching. I'm starting a aligned life coaching course for 8 weeks. If you're looking for your purpose, maybe you're trying to figure out what your purpose is, how to align with it, what really has meaning. So there is a group program and a private program starting soon. So check that out on the website too, a little bit of kindness.org. All right. Ella said, will Arnaldo and me be in a relationship? Hi, Maura. I hope you had a great day today. It was beautiful today. It's like, I think it got to 50s, which I will take. Other than we still have snow on the ground. All right. So will Leonardo and me be in a relationship? It's a maybe, Ella. I think you are having fun. I'm not sure it's going to be a serious. It's a for now, not a forever, I would call that. So, and Jules, we talked about the job one. I think I gave you the answer for that. Thank you. You're welcome. Debbie said hello, and I did give you a message, Debbie, from that. Hopefully something resonated with that from your dad. It did. Okay. Awesome. I hope that did. You don't perform. I just see that girl and I thought, no, you're totally fine, Debbie. It's okay. I could work more on that, but I don't know. Mediumship is a thing where sometimes loved ones come to me and I have a message, but I don't always can't control it, or I need to just study it a little more. So, you don't perform. Well, you do something where you're balancing the worlds there, Debbie. So I feel like it's this balancing of the worlds, and maybe that resonates with you too. So, all right. Emma said, is Sylvia truly loving me so much? All right. You want to know, Emma, is Sylvia loving you? It was a beautiful tumor. I'm glad that I've got a big yes, Emma. So that would be a yes to that. Okay. All right. Jennifer said, will I find a rental house in Colorado for May? I think somebody, was that you, Jennifer, that asked about moving to Colorado? I feel like it's a big yes if that was you earlier, and it's still saying yes. You're swinging that way. More, if you'd like a reading or you just want me to pull a card, just drop a message and let me know. Okay. Let's jump on. Hello. How are you, Susie? You want a message? Do you want to pull a card, or do you have a question? I can do either. Susie is Help Humanity Heal. She is awesome. She is one of the practitioners on our app, and she is great. She's a lot of inspiring words. She's a sound healer. She's amazing. So if you haven't checked out the app, A Little Bit of Kindness, Google and Apple, download it and check out all the great practitioners. She is one of them. Just amazing. So, all right, Ellen, will Todd and I be together eventually? I felt maybe before it even started swinging, Ellen, maybe. I think it's a for now and not a forever. And Pendulum agrees. Yes. So, oh, sure. You can actually, you can ask a question. Susie, go ahead. Alicia said, will I pass my exams this month? Well, I hope so, Alicia. It's swinging yes like crazy. So yes, you will. And just study and be prepared. So, and congratulations on passing your exam. So, all right. Zatina said, can you get a card, please? Yes. Okay. I'll come back to you in a minute, Susie. All right. Zatina, let's pull you a card and see what do we got going on. This willpower again. And I swear I'm shuffling this. Okay. Willpower again. So whenever I get a card that comes up a couple times in a collective reading like this for people, thank you, Zatina. It's all about a collective message for more than one person. So if this resonates for you, then this message is probably for you. It's all about being strong. This time the card feels a little bit different. It feels like you need to be strong. You're holding the world and balancing the moon in both hands. And this to me feels like it's a balancing act for you, Zatina. So how are you balancing things? I think you're managing things quite well. You're not feeling frantic. You're not feeling like you're going to drop everything. You are managing this balancing act very well. So remember that you are strong. You have the willpower to do this. Feel like you have abundant energy. Are you one of those people that don't need much sleep? That's what I'm feeling when I look at this. So Zatina, you have the power to complete and carry through. I feel like are you working and going to school, or you're doing multiple things, and they show me like you're busy, but you are able to stay on top of it. Okay. And so remember that willpower is there. They are warning me that you do need to take a little bit of time, welcome Lynn, to recharge. So make sure that you do take some time for yourself and you're not too busy, okay? But you've got this, girlfriend. Like, I don't feel depleted of energy at all. So you're on top of it. So, all All right. And I did answer Jennifer's about the rental. All right. Let's go back to Susie. I'm being called to move to Florida at the end of March. Not sure how it's all happening, but I feel it. All right, Susie, I'm going to do a couple of things. And Lynn, if you're joining us, I'm happy to pull a card or give a message for you, yes or no. All right, Susie, here's the card I pulled. It's manifestation, okay? So you're going to manifest what you need for where you want to go. So if you're feeling called to go to Florida, then you're going to manifest and make it work, okay? But I feel like you really have to sit down, and Spirit's showing me that you have a lot of things that you're thinking of and considering, but what is the best one for you? And don't be too, I don't want to say it's reactive, but just make sure that you're not just jumping from one frying pan into the other. I don't know why they just said that to me. That's an old saying. Yes, Lynn, I'll pull a card for you next. All right. So let's see. For Susie, she's being called to move to Florida at the end of March. Not sure it's all happening, but I feel it. Is Susie going to move to Florida at the end of March? It's a maybe. Would she move after March? I don't know, Susie, but I want to tell you that I feel like your time here isn't quite finished and that you could move to Florida. But I feel like even if you move to Florida, things are still going to be challenging. And like the energy you're carrying now or what you're trying, I don't want to say get away from, Susie, because that's not the way I want it. But if you're going there because you think it's going to be better, I think there's going to be its own challenges with that move. So I feel like the spring is coming and times are changing here and the weather is changing. There's something about that change that brings a different perspective to being here in this area. Not that you couldn't go to Florida, but I'm not sure it would be 10 times it wouldn't be as good as being here. Okay. So, that's just what I want to leave you with. So think about it. I think you need to spend some time really thinking about why you would want to go there and what the pros or cons are and what it is you're trying to get away from. They keep saying like you want to leave here because something, I don't want to say run away, but like you're trying to get away and think things will be better there, but I'm not so sure that would be the case. So really spend some time thinking about that. Okay. And I will leave you with that, beautiful. Okay. All right. I'm going to jump over here. Lynn asked for a card and then Maura has a question. All right, Lynn, let's pull a card. I seem to be in this Spellcrafter Oracle today, so let's do that. Let's pull a question for Lynn. What does Lynn need to know? All right, Lynn got grieving. So let's see if I can get the glare off. Grieving, but look at that beautiful butterfly, Lynn. So what is it you're letting go of? I feel a sadness, like something happened, a situation. And there's people there. It's like you've got your back to things. Like you just need to take some time to really process something that happened to you and kind of hurt you. You kind of feel sad about it. I don't know if it's you, like it was a career, it was a pet, feels like a person hurt you, but I don't know, family, something family they're saying. But look at that butterfly. Once you're done grieving, whether it's someone you lost, someone close to you, maybe you didn't lose them in the literal sense, but something changed and you had to adapt and it was really hard. And I feel like the butterfly is you transforming. So when you process this grief, you will become that beautiful butterfly and move forward. So I feel like you're at this process time where you are about ready to let go of whatever that was that really hit you hard and know that you can pick yourself up, you're strong, and you will be able to move forward and transform into that butterfly. And I will leave you with that, Lynn, with many blessings. So, Miss Mora, what do we need to know about selling our house? All right, Miss Mora, let's see. What do we got? Willpower. Geez, go man. I don't know. All right, cool. You're very welcome, Lynn. Does that resonate? Is the grief making any sense to you? Willpower, dreams, Mora, prosperity. Oh, okay. So that is good. Be strong. What do you have to do? Is there something you have to fix about the house or something you need to do to get this through? Is there some money you need to fix something? It's like there's something that needs some willpower for this. Dreams, you're dreaming big. What is it where do you want to go to when you sell the house? Like, you've got some big dreams. Are you moving? You semi-retiring? You don't even want to stay anywhere near where you are, Amora. Okay, so the willpower, is there something wrong with the house? Maybe. It's like you have to fix. No, there's not. Now it's saying maybe. Now it's saying no. Does Maura need to do anything to sell the house? No, you're ready. Okay. Is it just the timing to wait till spring? Yes. Okay. Maybe. Should she list the house now? Maura, I don't think you're going to have a hard time selling this house. Is the house going to sell? I think, and the last card I pulled was prosperity. The house is going to sell, and then for more than you even think. I think it's going to be good. More, I don't think you need to worry about anything. I feel like the house is going to sell. It kept telling me back and forth. Is there something little? I feel like maybe you've already fixed what you had to do and you're ready to go. Prosperity. I'll tell you, my son had to fix a bunch of stuff on his house, and 2 houses right next to his sold. One's listed, like one sold within a month. It must have been a cash deal because they were moved in before the month was over and the house went up and they got way more than they thought. And then on top of that, the neighbor next to them just put their house up for way more than they thought that. And the house is already in process. I forget what the term is for that, but they're already going to sell it. So I told my son, like, you're going to sell it. So houses are selling. I think that the thing is, where do you want to go? What is your dream? That's the thing. Like, where do you want to go? Because no, it's easy to sell and make money on them just as long as you have somewhere else to go, because you're going to pay more for that. Why do I feel like you want to move away, Maura? Where do you want to go? You're ready to retire. You're like, let's get out of here. I think that has more to do with work more. I think you want a break from your traditional life. So maybe a move will be really good for you. Don't blame me. All right, jump back over here. Thank you. I hope that resonated, Maura. Tracy said, "Well, I find a new boyfriend." All right, let's see. What do we got? Will Tracy find a new boyfriend this year? I feel like yes. Within 6 months, maybe within the year, yes. Spirit saying you got to get out, Tracy. Like, you got to get out to meet people, because if you're not going places to meet people, it's hard to meet anybody, right? So I will leave you with that. So, all right, guys. Oh, Mathiza. My relationship, is it gone for good? I knew right away it was going to say no. Mathiza, no, I don't think it is. So what's going on with Mathiza? You just need to work on things. I think you guys need to work on things. Communication. Somebody isn't a good listener. Mathiza, it feels like, I don't know, somebody feels very dismissive for some reason. So I don't necessarily like that, but I think your relationship is there. So I feel like you guys got to spend some time to really figure out a good way to communicate, right? Everybody's love language is different. So that awesome is because we really want to not live in a cold climate. And I don't know if you saw that, it will be prosperous. And I feel like there's something else you could do that might not be as stressful as your normal job. So maybe you could downsize. Maybe you want to go somewhere. And I don't know if you have a partner, but I feel like there's a creative way you could semi-retire. Could you work remotely part-time? Could you consult? I feel like you have options more. So really think about what creative options you could come up with. I feel like you're more of a linear thinker. So think outside of the box, and I think you can find a word you really want. Sorry, Maura, that cut out. Lost the stream for a minute. All right, guys. I think we're coming close to, maybe we'll do a few more. Oh, I can't answer pregnancy questions, Caramella, but let me pull a card for you and see what I get for you. Get well-being. So I feel like, was there something with the health concern or something you were concerned about? So with well-being, so take care of yourself. This feels very much like you need to rest. You need to kind of spend some self-care. You need to not stress about having the baby. I think you just need to do some things and feel how look how she's just laying there and relaxing, and eventually good things will come your way. So take care of yourself, Caramella. You're welcome, Maura. I think you're very talented, Maura, in a lot more ways than you give yourself credit for. So really think about that. Okay, for Maura. All right. Benita, is my boyfriend still cheating on me? Oh goodness. I think you should kick him to the curb if he is, but lighten your load is the card I pulled, Benita. So that would be like, maybe it's time to let this one go. I don't think he's the one for you, but let's see. Benita, is my boyfriend still cheating on me? It's a maybe. Is he somebody she can trust? Totally, I went totally to no here, Benita. I don't think he's very loyal. So if he's not cheating on you now, I think it's going to be something you're always going to have to be worried about. And personally, I'm just at that point where I don't have that energy to waste. There's somebody it's going to be way worth your time and your energy to give that you know you can trust. So I will leave you with that. Lola, does A love me? All right. Let's see, Lola, what are we getting here? Does A love me? Yes, it says yes, Lola. That's a beautiful. Jocelyn says, does Kendall want me as his girlfriend? All right, Jocelyn, I'm getting a maybe. So is Kendall ready to settle down? No, Kendall just isn't at that point where he's ready to settle down with one person. So I'll leave you with that, Jocelyn. He's a for now, not a forever at this point in time. Sabrina, what issues does Tamara have with me? Oh goodness, all right, Sabrina, let me just pull a card. I don't know if I can answer that with a simple one card. I got life's purpose, Tamara. So Sabrina, Tamara, like I feel like you guys are on different tracks or different lifestyles, or I mean, they go out on a limb where my daughter was dating somebody who didn't want to tell other people that they were bisexual. So is that person not being out? Is that person has a different thing? Could be that they're more churchy or something like that along the lines where it's not you. It's just that Tamara isn't being honest with herself. So that's what I'm getting from that there's just some different directions you both are going in for some reason. So, and I will leave you with that. So, all right. Lynn says, does Randy love me? Did you guys have a good Valentine's Day? Did anybody get chocolate covered strawberries or anything fun? I know I did. Well, at work, not that someone brought them to me, but at work we had them and they were delish. Then I went to get my oil changed and I gave the whole plate of leftovers to the oil guys because I didn't need to stuff my face with 6 chocolate covered strawberries, even though they were delicious. All right, Lynn, does Randy love me? It says yes. I feel like it feels a really good feeling about your relationship. So, I'm sorry, Bree's my cousin and cutting me off she's my cousin and cutting me off for no reason. There is a reason there, Bree. I don't know if I have enough information to do this with one card spread. I'm sorry it hurts. I can only imagine. And here's where I kind of, at my age, I've realized that, I don't know if you've ever listened to the Mel Robinson, Let Them, that you can't control anyone but yourself. And sometimes people make choices to do other things, but I think we tend to take things personally based on our past experiences. And even especially when it's a family member, and I can tell you my daughters have said things that have been hurtful or set some boundaries that I wasn't particularly fond of. And I guess I had to listen to that Let Them with Mel Robinson to realize that it's okay if they want to set those boundaries. It's okay if somebody needs some time away from me, if they don't agree with what I say, they don't believe in what I do. Like, that's okay. So I'm kind of trying to be okay with the fact that I have my life to live. And if I want to put energy into that relationship, even if it's not reciprocated, that's on me, right? And I can put my energy wherever I want to. But if someone else isn't reciprocating that, it can be hurtful, right? Especially if there's somebody that you care about, especially if they're family members. Like I won't say, sometimes my daughters say things that feel very hurtful, right? And family probably are the ones that can hurt us the worst, right? Because we're so close with them. But let them have their boundaries. Let them do what they want to do, and realize that often people you've known for a very long time will come back. There will be moments where I've had best friends from school. I think I have one best friend from high school. There have been times where we have not talked. There's times often where family members don't talk for a period of time. But give it some time, and then come back and revisit that to see what's really going on, what was going on, because people go through things every day that we know nothing about, right? And so you don't know all of the personal struggles. You don't know what somebody said to them. That's what Spirit just threw in my head. So let them process and give some time, and then go back and try to reconnect and see. Sometimes people just need a break. Okay. And I don't think that she doesn't. It's not that they don't love you, Bree. I think it's just give it some time. Okay. All right. Is my body stopping from being intimate with my boyfriend Jabbar? Okay. Sandia, I'm not sure how to exactly interpret that, but I'm being intimate. Thank you, Bree. Give it some time. I don't feel like it's a forever thing. I just feel like something's going on. Somebody said something to her, and just give her some time and be gracious and patient with her. All right, Sandria, is my body stopping from being intimate with my boyfriend Jabbar? Says no. I think it's something to do with how you feel about things with Jabbar, Sandia. So I think it's something with your way you feel. And I think you need to just explore what that is, and trust your boundaries. And if I understand that right, then I'll leave you with that. You're very welcome, Bree. Thank you for the roses too. All right. Maura said she went for a walk in the woods for Valentine's Day. You've been together 34 years. Congratulations, Maura. That's awesome. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a forever person. I was only married 8 years and I barely made it there, but I didn't have a very good example of relationships. I grew up with my grandparents, and my parents kind of left us when we were little and weren't really around. So, and they did not have a very good relationship. They didn't like each other at all. Couldn't even be in the same room. So it just kind of skews things of how your viewpoint is in relationships. So I'm probably a little bit suffering from abandonment issues and a little mistrustful of people. And that's just me being honest about things. So, but all right. Liz says, will I meet someone and fall in love soon? All right, Liz, let's see. Are you going somewhere to meet someone, Liz? Because you got to go out too. Is Liz going to meet someone and fall in love soon? Maybe in the next 3 months, the next 6 months. You need to go out somewhere to meet people, Liz, because that's one of them. Thank you, guys. And I feel like in 6 months, you may find someone to go out with, but I feel like you got to put yourself out. And I don't know why they're showing me a library, but I know the libraries have things going on all the time. At least our library in Sierra Vista had activities going on. The libraries are getting much more progressive with activities and stuff. So go some places that you wouldn't normally go. Pay attention, because I feel like a little bit of socializing, and I don't know why books are involved in this, Liz, but I'm seeing books, so I will leave you with that. Hopefully that resonates. Bree, yes, I do personal readings. I think it's like $30 for a half hour and $60 for an hour. And a half hour would be a good amount of time. And I do use a bunch of different decks, and I use the pendulum, and so we do it remotely. So if you go to a little bit of kindness.org, you'll see it. It's with the purple tree of life. Or if you go to the app, A Little Bit of Kindness on Apple and Google, you can download it, and it'll tell you how to go to the website, and you can book readings through the website. I have them listed on there. Absolutely. And I do email readings too. That was something new I threw out there. I think it was $25 for a question, but I think it's much better the virtual ones. where we have a Zoom meeting. And we can talk and ask questions versus an email. Not that email is bad. So, all right. So what else I want to tell you guys about? There's so many things going on. Well, I hope the weather stays nice where you are. I know this is a teaser for spring because I don't really think we're in spring yet. It's end of February, right? I don't think the groundhog saw a shadow or didn't. I forget how that goes, but I figured we had more winter coming. But we've had a pretty rough winter. So somebody was telling me today we've had like the most negative degree days in like 60 some years. I don't know if that's true, but I was like, wow. The year to come home from Arizona, and here I am. So, all right, Elizabeth, does Romeo have real good romantic feelings for you? Oh, he does, because that's a pretty strong yes. It was going before I even finished the question. So, Capria, will my date with Jonah go well at the museum? Priya, it's a maybe. Are you nervous? Why are you so nervous about the date? Go and have fun. Go and be yourself and have fun, okay? Because I feel like if you go and you're so nervous, you're not being real, that's when it might get kind of awkward. Go and just have a really good time. Be yourself. And I think you and Jonah will get along and have a great time. Feel like a great friend. You guys got to build this friendship up first. So, and I feel like it's awkward or one of you is really nervous. Okay. So, all right. I think, let's see. I'll do, what do you think, Kathy? Catherine, will Ernest marry me? Oh my gosh. Okay. Before I even got finished, it's saying a very strong yes to that. Catherine, so if you want to marry Ernest, I think that's a very solid yes to that. I love the name Roses. Very great. Anita, thank you for the hearts. Thank you guys for the gifts. So I just wanted to say, I'll ask one more. Sherry says, will Musa come to see his son? Sherry, it's a yes. I feel like he does really love his son. It's just like a distance thing or time or something. Does he live far away or he works a lot? Something feels like it's hard for him to get there as much as he would like to. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to sign off for the night. I'm going to go take my hot bubble bath and relax a little bit. I hope you guys have the most amazing day. Support by downloading the app, a little bit of kindness. Check it out. If you know practitioners, I'm especially looking to find someone who does some spell work and candle magic to add. There's great breathwork practitioners, meditations, healers, readers. I thought I would have a ton of readers, and I have to tell you, readers have been the hardest category to fill. So if you know any readers who want to do some cards of the day, thank you, Miss Mora. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening and sprinkle a little kindness wherever you go, because I think a lot of people need it nowadays, okay? And don't forget to check out our show, Spirit Tribe Tea Talk. It's on YouTube, podcasts, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, one other, iHeartRadio. It's called Spirit Tribe Tea Talk, where we interview and talk about everything spiritual and metaphysical. Next month, second Wednesday of the month, we do it live. It's going to be sound healing. So we have Suni, who's on our app. She's going to be live, and she's actually probably going to do a 5 or 10 minute sound healing live while she's on the show. And she has so many gongs. It's amazing. So it's going to be great. Lorna, you asked for a card. Well-being. Second time. I pulled 3 cards over and over tonight, and this is just unusual. Well-being. Take care of yourself, Lorna. Make sure that you're resting. Are you sleeping okay under the moon? Look at the moon there. Let's see. What else do I see in this image? Anything? Just the stars. Just that when you rest, you recharge. Look at the beautiful energy in her when she's resting there in the grass and just checking everything out. So I will leave you with that, Miss Lorna. Have a wonderful night, you guys.